Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from beautiful Costa Rica. Today's topic is going to be why the narcissist doesn't want you to heal. Think about that for a minute. Guys, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So this thumbnail is self-explanatory. Why the narcissist doesn't want you to heal. Let's be real. They don't want you to heal. As a matter of fact, they want you down in the cesspool with them. They want you down in the mud with them. They don't want you living your best life. Keep in mind, when you met the narcissist, what they saw was all the beauty that you possess, all the abundance, all the possibilities, all of your raw, natural energy. They saw in you what they did not possess themselves, and they wanted to capture that for a period of time, which is what they did, which was the length of the relationship with the narcissist. And then most likely they discarded you, or you wised up and you ended the relationship yourself. But post-narcissistic relationship, no matter how it ended, they don't want you to heal. This is exactly why they hoover many times, and I'll discuss hoovering in a moment, but they don't want you living your best life. They don't want you to live a prosperous, healthy life on your own. They don't want you to succeed. Remember, with the narcissist, everything is competition. And whether you know it or not, the minute you met them, they sized you up, they did their homework on you, their reconnaissance, their research, they figured out what made you tick. And this was a competition. In the beginning, it was a competition to get you perhaps to fall in love with them, or to create a business with them, or to strike up a friendship, or to join some community that they're a part of, or you were a part of, like a religious organization or something. But the point of that is that's what they did to get close to you. And they wore the mask, they duped you, they tricked you, they trapped you, they manipulated you to get as close to you as possible. And then over time, post-euphoric / love bomb stage, or when everything's peachy and rosy and everything's puppies and unicorns, after that period of time had elapsed, you entered the devaluation stage. This is when you can do no right, and it's when you're working as hard as you possibly can for the narcissist, literally and figuratively, to try and get back to that euphoric / love bomb stage. And now you only get a breadcrumb of that stage here and there, maybe once a month, maybe once every couple of months, maybe a couple times a year, who knows? But you're at this point, during the devaluation stage, you're in the narcissistic fog when you don't know left from right, up from down, in from out. You have no idea, because you have been manipulated, and you're trying to appease the narcissist, and you're trying to build them up and pump them up to the detriment of your own life. Remember, you put the narcissist way in front of yourself. You put them up on a pedestal, and you looked at them in a certain way, and you did your best to appease them and to keep them happy and satiated. But you did that to the detriment of yourself. That's why your resources were depleted throughout the whole relationship. Certainly your physical health took a hit. Definitely your emotional well-being took a hit. I'm certain that you lost friends, perhaps family members, and perhaps even your job, who knows? But all of these things, they are not good things throughout their narcissistic relationship. What's happening is you're being depleted. All of your resources are being crushed, and the narcissist is consuming these. And as they're consuming them, you are working harder and harder. Eventually, when you have no more resources, or you're beginning to catch on to the narcissist, that's when they discard you. And it's at this point you have to pick yourself by the bootstraps and put yourself back together. And that is a long process to do so, but you will do it in time. In your time, you will heal. Now, the narcissist doesn't want you to heal. They want you kept in the narcissistic fog. They want you clinging on to any breadcrumb of hope. That's why going no contact, blocking, deleting the narcissist and all people associated with them is the path, if you can do it. Because you need to insulate yourself. Because if you keep avenues of communication open with the narcissist, believe me, when they are bored, or when they're looking for new supply, or when they think that you've recharged your battery, they will come back for the second round, the third round, the 20th round. They will. Because they know that you've actually put yourself back together, and perhaps you have refilled all of your resources. Maybe you're living your best life of all right now, and actually that's my hope. But my hope is also that you've blocked the narcissist. You see, the narcissist, they don't want you to heal. They understand many times that perhaps you're onto them. Perhaps you even know that they are a narcissist. That's incredible. That's good information. That's called understanding the relationship. And learning about it on channels like mine and many others. Again, thank you very much for being here. But many times, remember, the narcissist can't introspect. They won't be accountable. They're not going to apologize. They're not going to say, I'm sorry, I was wrong. They're not going to do any of that. What they're going to do is be pointing the finger at you and blaming you. And they're going to be playing the victim. That's what they do. That's why, remember, if you were discarded, let's say it was a romantic relationship and you were discarded, well, they're springboarding from your discard onto the new supply who already is in place, I can assure you, or they already were in place. And they're playing the victim, saying that whatever you did or didn't do, now that's how they piggyback onto the new supply. And it goes on and on and on. Remember, notice how this happens with the narcissist. Most of their past relationships, number one, when they ended, it wasn't their fault. Notice these are huge red flags. Number two, you get fuzzy information. In other words, you never get clarity on exactly what happened in the past relationships. Perhaps with any relationship of the narcissist, you never get a clear-cut illustration of what happened. Why? Because they don't want to be accountable. They don't want to actually tell you that it was them that blew up the relationship. Remember, another thing, and I'm staying on track, but every narcissistic relationship has an expiration date, just a matter of time when it ends, whether you get discarded or whether you end the relationship yourself. But they don't want the new supply to know the truth. That's why the new supply is the new supply, which means the new supply is clueless. Nothing against the new supply. We all were a new supply at one point, but they didn't have any idea. They saw the world perhaps through rose-colored glasses, or were and or are a people pleaser, or a yes person, or can't say the magic word no, which is the strongest word in the English language. They certainly don't have boundaries. And again, what did they do? Most likely they put the narcissist high in the pedestal and put them as the priority, which is exactly where the narcissist wants to be. And then again, the cycle continues. This narcissist will be extracting all the resources from the new supply, whatever they are. But getting back to the Hoover, if you don't receive a Hoover, that's a good thing. Many people post-narcissistic relationship, sincerely, they are hoping to get a Hoover. Now, many times people, once the relationship ends, it's only natural to expect and or to want a Hoover because you're thinking that the only person that can give you closure is the narcissist, which nothing can be further from the truth. The only person that's going to give you closure is yourself. But it takes time to understand that. Having said that, the narcissist, if you don't get a Hoover, it's a good thing. If you do get a Hoover, you need to be strong enough to not accept it, because if you go back for the second round of the relationship, post-ending of the relationship, believe me, it will end much quicker and it will be much more painful and it will be harder to pick yourself back up, and on and on and on. But the narcissist doesn't want you to heal. They don't want you living your best life. Why? Because the narcissist sincerely believes they own you. They do. They believe that they fooled you once, or perhaps twice or many or more times, that they can do it again. That's why, remember, frequently the narcissist will try to Hoover you with some song and dance. Oh, I've changed. Oh, you're the love of my life. Oh, I missed you. It took me so long to realize that you were the one for me. Or let's start that business again because the first time when I totally ripped you off, I didn't do it good enough and I want to do it again. Things like, you get my point? That's what they're going to do. Now, were they going to come out and actually tell you the truth? Of course not. Did they ever tell the truth? Don't think so. But what I can say is if you are healing, then the path, or if you have healed, the path is certainly to block the narcissist and all people associated with them. And don't look back. Live your best life. Remember, like I mentioned, if you have to teach a class, take a class, read a book, write a book, whatever you have to do, move locations, start a new business, a job, whatever, but you need a fresh start. You need to leave the narcissist in the past. However, you need to have learned from the relationship, and you need to look at the good side. This is for veterans on the channel, by the way, who have healed properly or are very close to being at that pinnacle of indifference, the mountaintop of indifference, when you don't care about the narcissist at all, you don't even think about them. Those are the people that understand what I'm talking about. If the relationship ended for you recently, you're going to have to do a lot of work. You're going to have to process things. You're going to have to put the puzzle pieces together. It's going to take time, but in your time, you will heal. Keep in mind, like I mentioned in the thumbnail, the narcissist doesn't want you to heal. They don't want you living your best life. They want you pining for them or thinking about them. That's why, going back to the Hoover, if you accept the Hoover, all you're doing is you're giving them supply, which means you're letting them believe, you're letting them know that you're open to striking up the relationship again. And what happened the first time when you were in the relationship with the narcissist? That's right, it was a one-way relationship to Destructionsville. It benefited the narcissist. It almost crushed you. Why would you go back for the second round? You wouldn't, you shouldn't. It's not going to benefit you. Nothing changes. The only thing that changes with the narcissist is the mask they wear and how finely tuned their skills of manipulation, destruction, deceit, and devastation become. Because keep in mind, whether you were in the relationship exclusively with the narcissist or not, they had multiple sources of supply all around you. You may or may not have known it, but the narcissist cannot just have one source of supply. It's not going to happen. They need multiple sources of supply. And really think about what I'm saying. So again, if you were discarded, and I'm not trying to trigger you, but let's say you were, did you notice how the narcissist moved on so quickly? The reason why is because they already had your replacement in line. And that replacement was just sitting on the sidelines, waiting for their turn. And guess what? The new supply will get what's coming to them, just like we had to go through the relationship. But once you go through the relationship and you get the wisdom and you become awakened and aware and you understand you are the priority and you want nothing to do with a toxic narcissistic relationship again in your life, that's when you've healed. That's exactly where the narcissist doesn't want you. And if they don't want you somewhere, what does that tell you? Exactly, that's where you belong. So, before I close the video, if you've healed, congratulations. If you are healing, continue to move forward each and every day. If you were discarded and or the relationship ended recently, my heart goes out to you. You're going to have to do a mountain of work. You will do it in time. In your time, you will heal. But you need to understand that the narcissist never had your best interest at heart, no matter what you think. All they wanted to do was to destroy you. And if you're thinking of exiting the narcissistic relationship and you can't quite do it, continue to make progress each and every day. Continue to move forward. Have a plan. Stay stoic, stay calm, and look to get yourself away from the toxic narcissistic relationship. Guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from beautiful Costa Rica. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great evening. Stay true, stay blessed. Continue to become awakened and aware and understand you are the priority. You come first, second, and third. And the narcissist doesn't want you to heal. I'm telling you right now. And if you think that they do, you really need to think again, because they want you tormented. They want you pining for them. They want you in the narcissistic fog. They want you back where they placed you a long time ago in the devaluation stage. That's where they want you. Your job now, after getting discarded or ending the relationship and attaining the wisdom and the education, is to insulate yourself, have boundaries, and protect yourself. And again, live your best life. God bless you. Have a great evening. No matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. Remember that. I love you. Have a great one, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right. Good night, guys. Bye.